Ladies, gents, welcome back to Real Talk. It's your boy and co-host Rylan Godey. First of all, do us a favor, pause this right now. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. That would be greatly appreciated. Go follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter at Real Talk WRT. We'd much appreciate it, as well as go buy some merch. We got some merch. It's pretty cool. We should be getting it soon and wearing it on set. But go do that real quick and then come back and join us for a great episode from my buddy Trent Bryde, who's an absolute stud on the UGA tennis team. They actually just won their first SEC title with him being here, regular season title that is, with their win over Florida this past weekend. We talk all things from growing up in the tennis world to being top 10 in the nation, or in the world, excuse me, for tennis for Trent. And we also talk some UFC. And then our blind draft is top movies. So stay tuned.
That coach up in Athens got them boys playing pretty good ball. Anyway, I love you, son. Go Dogs.
All right, so Trent Bryde, absolute stud on the tennis team. I saw him in Polly's like 2 weeks ago, right?
Yep.
And I was like, we got to have this guy on. We're going to backtrack. So you're from Sewanee, which is funny because that's where Alexa's from, my fiance. Where in Sewanee did you grow up?
So I was in, Alexa would probably know, but I was in like the Lambert High School district.
Yeah, okay.
Lived in Little Springs, Johns Creek, Alpharetta area. Went to Sharon Elementary, and then pretty much all of middle school and high school I did online.
Okay, so speaking of online, the tennis world is a very different world growing up and playing in.
Yep.
You did online school. What was the difference between, going to school and being on a tennis team or doing it online and doing doing tennis that way?
Yeah, so it's pretty complicated, but basically, in an easy summary, it's just you start when you're young. There's age divisions: 12s, 14s, 16s, 18s. So when you start in 12s and 14s, you go through the state, so you get kind of like your state ranking. Then you go through your sectional ranking, which is like the southern section. So then you play southern tournaments. You go from state, southern, and then you do your national tournaments. So you have or at least when I was growing up, it was 3 different rankings. You'd have your state ranking, your southern ranking, and your national ranking. And then by the time I kind of excelled nationally when I was 14, I was basically playing 18 under tournaments, national tournaments. Then you excel to international tournaments, and those are called ITFs. So it's the International Tennis Federation. And then, so you can start those, basically you just have to be over 12, but you can start those. Most people start those when they're like 14. And then you just play all over the world, and it goes by grade. So grade A is the hardest tournament, the biggest tournaments. Those are like your Grand Slams, Wimbledon, US Open, French Open, Australian Open, and then a couple others. And then it goes grade 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's for all the ITFs. So by the time I was 14, 15, I was primarily playing pretty much ITFs and the occasional national tournament. And then when I was 18, I got to 8 in the world in the junior rankings. And that was kind of like, before that, I was like around like 100 or so. And that's kind of when I knew that when you travel to the ITF tournaments, you go for like a full week at a time. So you can't really go to school. Like, it's just not something that you can do. So from there, I just kind of did online school and just traveled around the world and played tournaments.
Dude, that's absolutely electric.
Sounds amazing.
8 in the world. So as far as the ITF, right, tournaments go, there's 4, there's the junior, I think I was reading something about the junior Grand Slam.
Yep, exactly.
And so you did it for 4 years straight, right? You competed in it, or?
Yeah, so the Grand Slams, I played all of them.
There's 4.
Twice.
Is there 4?
There's 4.
Okay.
I played all of them twice, except for Australian Open. I think I played once, and French Open I just played once. Yeah, and then.
What was your best finish of those tournaments?
To be honest with you, I didn't do great in those 4 particular tournaments. The best I got was second round, and I was like the 6th seed at US Open, so not great. I got the semis of doubles in the US Open, which was pretty cool. But then my big kind of tournament that really got me to top 10 and was like the big big event for me was a grade A also. It's like the similar level to the Grand Slams. It was in Brazil, and I won singles and doubles there, and that's what got me from like I was like 30 in the world, and that like propelled me right to 8. So that was like the big tournament, big week for me.
That's electric, dude. Okay, so you've traveled a ton. Favorite place to travel?
Good question. So I've been probably.
Where have you? Talk about where you've been.
So I've been to every single continent except for Antarctica, obviously.
That's crazy. That'd be fun playing a tennis match down there on ice. It'd be interesting.
Yeah,
not with you. I'd fall through.
I think Italy was probably my favorite. Italy was really cool. China was not cool because I got sick with pneumonia for 10 days.
Man.
Jeez.
When you're there, do you actually have like time to go like see stuff?
Yeah, walk us through a week. You travel to so you're going to Italy for a week. What's the week look like?
Yeah, good question. So usually I would travel with one of my coaches, and most of the time all you're really seeing is like the tennis court and the hotel room. But
Sounds like fall camp.
One of the coaches I traveled with, he loved traveling and he really liked to get out and see things. So like, and I was like young, so I didn't really appreciate, like I was 15, 16, like, and I'm in a different country and like, I didn't really care about the history. Like I'm here just playing tennis, whatever. And then he would kind of pull me out and we'd go see different things. And it was super cool when I'd actually go out and do it. And looking back now, I definitely like took that for granted because being that young and not being able to appreciate it, man, I really wish I could go back and like make more time to go out and see things. Because I mean, that was like, I didn't realize how lucky I was to be able to see all those things at that age. Like that was really cool. And it was a super, super humbling experience just because like going to even South America, like you're going to Peru and Argentina and like Ecuador, but like you're not, it's like sometimes some weeks are really nice, like you're in a really nice area, but some weeks like you're in like
Rough,
horrible. Like I remember being in Peru, I was in a room with 2 of my buddies and we were playing a tournament there and it was so hot and there was no AC, no hot water, spiders. We had to open the window, and right outside the window, they were doing construction all night. So, like, we didn't sleep. Like, it was, like, the most miserable event ever. Like, and I'm, like, 15, 16, like, dealing with this. So, like, there's no better feeling than coming back to the States after, like, being gone for a month in, like, the roughest areas. It's, like, the best feeling ever, and it makes you really appreciate where you live.
I bet. It kind of reminds me of us flying back from New Orleans my freshman year. And it's nowhere near compared to Peru.
Yeah.
But it was, shout out Big Boy said. It was humid, it was disgusting, and we landed back in Athens and everyone got off the plane.
Like piss.
Yeah, everybody got off the plane and just took a deep breath and we're like, oh, thank you, Jesus.
Yeah.
I always remind said that his city smells like piss. He blames
Food's
it
good,
all
though.
on the tourists, but yeah, the food is good.
Dude, I will say, though, that you make a great point. I've been out of the country twice.
Fire and Flavor is a local Athens company that loves supporting the dogs. Founded by UGA alumni Davis and Jenna Knox, this company is your go-to resource for all things grilling. They got dry rubs, barbecue pellets, charcoal, and the new and innovative Hero Portable Grill. Fire and Flavor gets it done. And find their products at fireandflavor.com or at your local Striplings, Publix, or Lowe's Home Improvement. Use their code TAILGATE, that's TAILGATE, for 25% off on their website. Again, their website is fireandflavor.com. Use the code TAILGATE for 25% off.
Like, it makes you, when you get back, it makes you just very thankful.
It really does.
We went to the Dominican Republic for Annabelle's senior trip, and it's legitimately like a third world country until you get to the.
I'll be there in 42 days.
Lucky you.
You'll be in the nice, you ain't going to be in Santo Domingo.
All-inclusive,
Or,
baby.
The wildest like experience down there.
I got another story, so you go ahead. I got another story.
So we go down there, and before like you get off the plane, and the airport looks like an airport, like you don't think anything of it. Then you get on your charter to go to your like resort. There are dudes like riding on motorcycles like with AK strapped on their back. I'm like, what is going on?
Oh.
But anyways, we fly down there and there's a senior trip with us. We get down there.
How many of y'all are in the group?
It was just me and Annabelle.
Oh,
But there was
wow.
another senior trip, like another school. It was me, Annabelle, and her parents. They go down there. And while we're down there, some lady gets like kidnapped and taken in like the sewage system, like beaten to death. And they found her some. I don't know how they found her, but that happened while we were down there. Not at our resort, but it was while we were down there. And then when we're flying back, that same group happens to be on our flight. And all, like, you can just tell, like, something's, like, up. Well, one of their friends got a cigar. It was laced. Like, spent the whole week in his room, like, curled up in a corner. Was, like, tripping. They saw some guy throw his wife off her balcony.
What?
From, like, 3 stories up.
Might be changing destinations here.
One of the girls in the group almost died because she got so drunk she drowned in the pool. And then another kid on the group got her and, like, took her up to her room and, like, changed her, like, whatever, like, so she was, like, fine. And apparently, like, it just started beef because that girl's boyfriend, like, tried to beat the shit out of him.
Holy
And
cow.
I'm getting this from, like, one of the parents.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
like, that sounds like a hell of a senior
Oh
trip.
my
Yeah, I don't got a
goodness.
story like that. That's crazy.
Dude, wowzers. I was talking to Jake Fromm the other day because I think that's where they went for their honeymoon. And he said that on the way back from the resort to the airport, or maybe it was flipped from the airport to the resort, they're in their shuttle. And this guy on a bike, like, cuts off the taxi or the shuttle. And they get to a stop. The guy gets out of the cab, goes up to the dude on the bike, beats him up, throws him to the side of the road, and then drives over his bike and just drives on. And he said him and Caroline looked at each other and they were like, what?
It's different. Like, the saddest thing was we went on, like, this, like, you know, like, you can go off the resort and do things or whatever. We went on, like, this, like, it was like, we were in, like, UTVs. And it was like, you go and see, like, this cave and, like, you can, like, go swimming in the ocean or whatever. There's, like, these little kids out there, like, running by, like, trying to sell you, like, a painting or, like, a drawing that they made. You don't have any money on you because you're in the middle of nowhere and you're soaking wet and covered in mud, so you don't carry your wallet on you. And they wouldn't give it to you unless you gave them money, and you just can't do anything about it.
So sad, man. Again, makes you so grateful for living in the best country in the world.
That's right.
America, baby.
That's right.
All right, we're going to transition to one of our things that we do on the podcast called our Fist Pump Feature of the Week. A little excited over there, Teddy? In honor of Masters Week, it's even more of a Tiger fist pump.
Oh, too bad he couldn't walk.
Withdrew. Yeah. So we call it Fist Pump Feature of the Week. It's dedicated to Tiger. Tiger's known for his fist pumps. But something that happened this week that was fist pump worthy for you. So something.
Can we make a new segment?
What do you want?
It's related to Tiger. It's like the bad part of our week, and we just call it Tiger's Limp.
Lamp. What's a good name for
His
it?
Crip Walk.
Crip Walk segment. We can make a T-shirt of him limping. That'd be interesting. But something that happened that was absolutely stoked.
This is a super easy one for me because we played Florida yesterday.
Was it here?
This was to clinch the SEC title for the regular season for us.
Was it here?
No, it was in
I was
Gainesville.
about to say.
And it was an absolute nail biter. So I don't know if you guys know how tennis scoring works, at least for like college. It's kind of confusing, but basically it's a race to 4 points. You play three doubles matches. The first to win 2 matches gets 1 point, and then there's 6 singles matches. So 7 total points on the board. Race to 4.
Yeah. Trust me, when we were at y'all's tennis match, Coach Smart explained it like to everybody because his kids play tennis, and so he knows everything about it. And I will say that is the most fun I've had at a sporting event at UGA. Since I've been
really?
there. We had a great time.
The doubles was electric. That was, and that doubles point that you guys went to was like probably the craziest doubles point I've been a part of because
Really?
Because line 3 saved like 6 match points. We saved a match point. It came down to 2 breakers. We lost it 2. Like, it was just like, it was insane. Like, doubles points usually don't go like that, so you guys picked a good one.
We were going nuts.
I know. I could tell from the videos. Yeah, we're going crazy.
I mean, the Kentucky coach was pissed.
Yeah.
Because when we got there, we just
Started heckling them?
screaming.
That's
That was
electric.
sick.
Heckling them.
That was sick to have you guys out there. You guys made a difference. So that was,
That was electric.
But they were in the middle of a point. Half of us are up there yelling, and Coach Smart's like trying to quiet us down. He's like, "Save it for after, save it for after." Then we're all like going crazy, not paying attention to the other court that's serving, and it was just
That's
all
awesome.
over the place.
All right, so you beat.
yeah, so we lost the doubles point there, so we're down 1-0. Myself and Ethan win our matches, so we're up 2-1. And then we lose at 6. 5, so we're 2-all. 5 is in a third set, 2 is in a third set, and 4 is in a third set. Number 4 saved multiple match points in the second set. So like he was about to lose. I want to say our 5 saved some match points in the second set as well. So that could have been the match right there. And then it came down. So then 5 was early in his third set, and then 2 and 4 were in the final tiebreak. So it was 6-all in the third, which is then you play a final tiebreaker to 7 to decide the match. And they both went to a breaker in the third. I want to say that 4 saved another match point in that, and we ended up winning both those 2 breakers.
Wow.
So we clinched the match. I want to say that 4 saved another match point in that, and we ended up winning both those 2 breakers.
Wow.
So we clinched the match there, and then we ended up losing at 5. But like it was like we were points away, like 1 point on each court away from losing the match, the entire match.
Dude, that's electric though. Like that gets the juices flowing. That's crazy.
And what makes it even more special is like since I've been in school, we haven't won an SEC title because Florida has been so good. They've always been like top 3 in the country every year. And so this was the first year that now they're like top 20, and this is the first year that we've beaten them and that we got an SEC title.
go.
So it
That's
made it
electric,
all the
dude.
more sweet.
How does that work? Because like you just said, you'll be.
There's no SEC tournament, right?
There is. So
there
there's
is.
Yeah. So there's like I guess 2 SEC winners. So there's an SEC winner for the regular season. So whoever has the best record, and then there's an SEC tournament. So then there's another SEC.
You're not parked up there.
Your
right?
guys beats
parked right
mine. Your
there.
guys fist pump
Like,
beats mine.
Where? Like
No,
right
no
there?
chance. Yeah,
I'm parked right there.
I'm right there.
I'm closer.
my God.
You can use the same one.
All right, well, my fist pump feature is I'm going to do something different. Going back to Stark Vegas this weekend. Get stopped by Buc-ee's on the way. So
You just complained about it.
Buc-ee's, though.
Buc-ee's is pretty sick.
Yeah. I mean, it's a 6-hour drive, so it's going to be a little tiring.
It's only 6.
Only.
I thought. Well, I said that thinking it would be longer.
No, it's 6. And then Buc-ee's is literally halfway, so I'm stoked about Buc-ee's. You ever been to a Buc-ee's?
Cool.
Trent?
Yeah,
Buc-ee's are electric.
those are awesome.
All right, so back to the Ford. Oh, what were we getting ready to say? Oh, so there's a different SEC in-season and tournament winners. So what does postseason look like for y'all?
So after this, hopefully this weekend goes well with Mississippi State and Ole Miss. Then we'll be the 1 seed in the SEC tournament. We'll play that, and then if you're top 8, then you'll host your first 3 matches of NCAA's at home, and then the quarterfinals onwards everyone goes to I think it's in Lake Nona this year.
Oh wow, that's kind of sick.
We'll be there hopefully, and then after that we do individuals, so singles and doubles, and then that's wrapped by end of May, early June.
How long is y'all season? When does it start?
So this year is right from, I think our first match was like January 4th.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's awesome. What does your off season look like, or what? So with you being a 5th-year senior, after May, what are you doing?
That's a good question.
Turning pro?
So I can give you the long answer or the short answer.
Let's hear all of it, baby.
All right,
give it to us.
I think so. Basically, ever since I was a kid, I've always wanted to play pro tennis. That's been my dream. And basically, I've played even pro tournaments leading up to college. Was even considering not coming to college to play pro tennis. And so I actually started in January of 2019 because I was supposed to start in the fall, but I wanted to keep playing pro tournaments to see if I could maybe make another push to go pro, but ended up coming to school, which has obviously been the best decision of my life. Then in each summer, I just kind of compete and play pro tournaments, which is not uncommon for college players to do. And then this last summer, I did an internship in finance at this company, actually, Crescent. It's a wealth management firm in Atlanta. I really enjoyed it and got an offer there, so I am planning on working there, starting to work there in June, unless something, this season significant happens. But that's the plan right now.
Good for you, man. So you're a finance major?
I'm consumer econ, actually.
Dude, good for you. That's awesome. What's the job you'll be doing there?
So I'll be an associate wealth advisor and just manage wealthy families' money.
That's awesome,
That's
dude.
pretty
Sounds
much
like a
it.
hell of a
So
job.
if
sounds like this is a
any
great
wealthy
deal.
individuals out there
Trent's got you guys.
need their assets managed,
He's the guy.
call me. I'll hook you guys
I feel
up.
like you'll meet some pretty cool people doing that too.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, in the summer, I mean, I met like, I mean, it's crazy. Like the people that have money from like all different walks of life, like just so random, like different companies that they've started, but like a bunch of entrepreneurs that you get to meet and ask questions, and especially as an intern, because you're like the intern that like doesn't really know what's going on, but you just kind of can like ask whatever, and it's okay, right? So like just getting to learn like, you know, different backgrounds, and yeah, it's
awesome,
pretty cool.
That's awesome. Good for you, man. So kind of going back to college, we'll hit a little more tennis, then we'll kind of transition. So playing doubles, your doubles partner is Ethan, right? Mm-hmm. And so you guys are, what do y'all? Oh, I read it somewhere. Y'all are ranked seventh. What do you like playing more? You like doing singles? You like doing doubles more?
I would say doubles is probably more fun. Singles is more rewarding.
Explain that.
It's just there's an aspect when you're doing it all by yourself, like there's really no one else beside you. There's no one else that you can rely on, and there's no one else you can blame something on. It's just all yourself. So when you're able to kind of overcome things and pull out big wins by yourself, I feel like that's super rewarding. Because, you know, there's been countless matches where, you know, Ethan has carried me through a match, or maybe it's been vice versa. And but I mean, there's also a part that's like being able to win with someone is also super fun. And that's one thing that I like about college tennis is like you have the aspect of winning for yourself, but also winning as a team, which is like the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
So that's the beauty of college tennis.
That's awesome, dude. Bobby, you want to hit us with the blind draft?
Is Division III football's finest on this list?
Can't ask. I mean, you'll find out. I don't know.
Division III's football finest.
Have you never seen that movie?
No.
Go watch it when you get
What
home.
movie is it?
Division
III
III
football's finest.
That's the name of it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, never heard of it.
It's like a spin-off of Blue Mountain State, and it's 10 times funnier.
Oh, really? So we're doing, we're going to do, for this blind draft, we're doing movie series, okay? So not just movies.
So this is how this.
I genuinely don't know if I've watched the whole movie series before.
Okay,
I might be right there with you.
that's okay.
I don't have it.
So you'll know of it if you've watched one movie. You can rank it.
Yeah.
I don't know the page. I don't have the
Here's the way it rolls. So you get, how many options did you pick out?
I got 5.
So there's 5 options. We got to list them 1 through 5 blindly though. So he's gonna throw one movie at us, and we got to put it in 1 through 5 without knowing what the next 4 are.
Yep.
Okay. So
So-
he's gonna give us a series, and we have to guess the rank.
So no, you
Not
rank
guess,
it.
so we rank it where we would rank it.
Okay.
So like, let's say he throws out like TV shows, and he throws out Friends for me. I would throw Friends at 1 because even though there's 4 more left, for me, Friends would trump any 4 that he even can throw out.
Got it.
First one is the Dark Knight series, Dark Knight trilogy.
Put it at 3.
2.
I think I'm gonna go 2 as well.
It's really good, but I also feel like there could be potential.
There could be. That's what I'm scared about.
I feel like
Dark Knight's.
I feel like me and you always do this. When we get our first one, we always put it at 3.
That's why you said 3, and I was gonna go 3, but I'm going 2 just because I don't want to be the same.
All right, so second one, if I'm going to be vague with it, I'll just say Star Wars.
Oh no.
But-
okay.
And I had a specific 3 movie set. If you want me to throw that in there,
No, just stick
just
with
leave
the
Star
series.
Wars.
I'm going Star Wars 1. Star Wars is my. I grew up on Star Wars.
I'm going Star Wars 1.
That a boy, Trent. 1 and 2, same.
Oh my God!
Tate's probably never seen a lick of Star Wars.
I've seen every single one of them.
It's got to be an easy one for you, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go 1.
Nice, the unanimous Star Wars number 1.
Third one, we got Kung Fu Panda.
I would have put that at 1.
I'm easily putting that at 3. I'm okay with that at 3. That's a great series.
I'll put it at 4. Actually,
So
But your
are we-
2's available.
I know.
What? You said it would have been a 1.
I don't know. I feel like Bobby's got something up his sleeve.
wait, so we have
up there.
what, 1 through 4, right?
1 through 5.
1 through 5.
So for you and me, we have 3, 4, 5.
I'm gonna throw that at 4.
I'm throwing that at 3.
Throwing that at 4.
That is a great movie series.
It's a quality series.
I kind of want to go watch it tonight.
4 isn't an appropriate ranking for it, but it's where I'm putting it.
Okay. This is the 4th one. I got the Cars series.
Oh,
2. Put it at 2.
Oh! Can I put it at like 1A?
Well, mine's easy 3 there.
Oh,
Put it at
4.
2.
I have to go 4 because it's
Are
only
they
left.
are they coming out with a new Cars? Or am I completely making that up?
It's probably a lesbian or
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
What's it? Lightning McQueen will be a transgender. Lightning McTrans.
man. I cannot wait for our live show. Shout out! We're doing a live show the next few weeks.
I'm gonna get canceled.
All right, so to finish this one out, so what do we have so far? Run through yours. Each one run through your.
Yeah, Star Wars is 1. 2 is Cars. 3 is Dark Knight.
Kung Fu 4.
4 is Kung Fu Panda.
Okay.
Mine is Star Wars, Dark Knight, Kung Fu, Cars. Those are all number 1 worthy, man.
Yeah, Star Wars, Dark Knight, Cars, Kung Fu.
So we each have our 5s
This
available.
last one, you guys are all. I mean, it's going at 5 for everyone. Is Shrek.
Oh, easy 5.
That's fine.
I mean,
it
can we
at-
move to 6?
Put it in.
Have y'all seen Shrek is Love, Shrek is Life? The whole thing?
Stop.
Man.
Stop.
Man. That is some of the
Stop.
weirdest junk
Stop.
I've ever seen in my entire life.
Stop.
It's so weird.
Shrek is love.
How about the videos that like video game people will put on and it's like they're going through a dark haunted house and like Shrek pops around the corner and like chases them. Have y'all seen any of those?
The creepy Shrek stuff.
Yes, dude.
Dude,
Crazy.
I can't do scary stuff, and I also hate Shrek. And people.
I didn't like Shrek.
People always get on to me for not liking
Donkey.
Shrek.
Donkey. Donkey.
Grew up on Shrek,
Actually,
but not a huge fan.
Lord Farquaad.
Lord Farquaad. Nah,
Donkey.
that's definitely an easy 5 for all of us.
I really thought you were going to hit us with an absolute banger for 5th.
I'm glad you didn't though.
I was hoping that you guys were gonna that Shrek
Leave
was
it
gonna
open.
force your number 1 because usually you guys, I feel like you leave your ones open.
Yeah, we're doing a good
But you
job.
hit us
keeping
with
on your
Star
toes.
Wars.
Star Wars is an easy one. If not, Cars would have been an easy one for me. But
Yeah.
life is a highway.
Mater.
If Cars had to have characters that were in today's day and age, it would be. Do you want to go down this road,
Like you had to say which character would be what car?
or what would be the storyline? It wouldn't be Lightning
Probably some
McQueen.
liberal bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm right. Yeah, but yeah, I mean that's a good answer. All right.
Just like everything these days.
How about okay?
Wow.
Let's-
I'm really on one today.
I mean, hey, go for it, Tate. Listen, hey, spring ball ends in 5 days, and you're feeling excited. I can tell.
Oh, I can't wait. Like, cannot wait for spring ball to be over.
He's also getting his Apotheos keg
I am getting my
installed here
Kegerator
this
Nice.
week.
Yeah, so this coffee company is one of our sponsors, and they're giving him one of these to put in his house.
See, I
No
drink
way.
a unhealthy amount of
That's
my
sick,
caffeine intake is bad. Like it went bad. It's gotten bad enough to where they put a heart rate monitor on me at football.
Really? Jeez.
Yeah.
That's actually insane. That's wild. Backtracking a little bit to the Masters this past week. How about old Sam Bennett,
That was
50-year
That
senior?
was crazy.
I picked him in my Masters like bracket
Dude.
thing, and
Did
he
you
was,
really?
Yeah, he was supposed to be. He was as my tiebreaker, but it helped me out, but like I didn't win anything because I mean he dropped off. I didn't pick John Rahm in mine either, so
Yeah.
I had Scheffler and Xander Schauffele as my two top guys, and they both did not perform well.
Do any of y'all keep up with the UFC?
No.
Yeah.
A little bit. I saw Adesanya.
I didn't watch that fight.
Did you see the celebration after?
All right, good talking, Tate. Attaboy. Get excited.
Adesanya, Izzy, the GOAT, the last style
That
bender,
was sick, man.
the man. The first time I haven't seen him in black and gold shorts in a long time. So the story is between him and Alex Pereira. They fought twice in kickboxing. Izzy lost both times. They fought once this was their second fight in the UFC. The first time, Alex Pereira escaped getting knocked out by the bell twice. It was a 3-round fight. I mean, Izzy had this guy like not knowing where he was after the end of the second round. Somehow ended up losing. But this fight, hold on, I'll just show you the knockout.
It was a big deal because it was going viral on like social media and stuff.
He played dead against the cage.
See ya.
He played dead.
What do you mean you played dead? Is that like a thing?
Boom.
And then I didn't get the video of him. Didn't get the
Did
video
the
of him.
arrows?
Yeah, the arrows. He dropped the hammer fist on him while he was on the ground after his head just bounced off the ground like a
Jeez.
basketball. So they've had a long history of fighting. And after Izzy looked at him, started doing the arrows, which is like Alex Pereira's signature thing when he comes out. But after that, you remember when he played dead? Did you see that video?
Yep.
This is really funny. Their second kickboxing match, Alex Pereira's son went up beside Izzy and acted like he was like getting knocked out.
This is
Izzy
nuts.
pointed at his son.
The kid was
acted
crying.
Like the kid was crying in his
way.
mom's arms.
Crying.
Izzy points at this kid,
No
this guy's
way.
kid, and acts like he gets knocked out. Like,
Dude, that's electric.
Yeah.
That is absolutely electric. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I need to start watching UFC a little bit more. Yeah, but like UFC, like the amount of money they pay them guys, like they don't even talk about how much they get paid because they get paid so much. It's insane.
they also don't tell you. Fight of the night, the winner's bonus is $100K. So if you just have the best overall fight. Knockout of the night gets 75. Submission of the night gets 75.
That's awesome.
And if there's no submission, the knockout gets both of them combined.
Wow, that's electric.
And they also, like, Conor McGregor just steps in a ring and makes millions.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just it's all dependent on like
The
your
name.
branding and your name.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's stupid. But then again, you're also getting the shit beat out of you.
Yeah, you couldn't. There's not much.
All
You
right,
can pay me to do that.
you get 30 seconds in a ring with one of those guys in the octagon.
Depends on who you're talking about.
Conor McGregor, you get 30 seconds in a ring.
I'll last 30 seconds with Conor McGregor. Put John Jones or Francis Ngannou in front of me, I'll die.
Okay, one of those guys.
I wouldn't last 30 seconds.
I was about to
You
say
don't
they're. I mean, they're the same size as Tate. Like,
You want to see a picture of Francis Ngannou?
You just wouldn't curl up in a ball and just
You
hide
see
your head.
McGregor now? How much weight he's put on?
He's
He looks
huge.
like a beast.
Is he really?
Yeah,
This
he
is
looks like an
Francis
absolute
Ngannou. He's
beast.
285.
I just, oh my gosh.
That's
It's like Darnell Washington ready to absolutely just truck somebody.
And John Jones is the greatest light heavyweight to ever fight. And he's about to move up to heavyweight just so he can beat Stipe, who's the best heavyweight fighter.
all right,
I just sent, go ahead.
what about boxers like Jake Paul and all that going on? Do you guys pay any
The
attention
most
to that stuff?
impressive thing to me about boxing is it's 12 rounds.
But
And they
have-
wear a lot heavier gloves.
But have you watched any
Yeah.
of the Jake Paul or any of those fights or whatever?
I
Yeah.
respect Jake Paul.
Does he go?
He can
does,
fight.
Does his fights? Does he go 12 rounds in his fights? Isn't that like less or no?
I think he might go 8.
8 or 10, I think.
8
I
or
think
10.
the
I think
last
belt, I
one-
think belt fights are 12. Like belt fights in the
Yeah.
title fights in the UFC are 5. Normally 3. But people hate Jake Paul, but the guy can fight. I'll give it to him.
Who did he fight recently? He fought Tommy Fury.
Yeah.
Tyson Fury's little brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Completely.
No,
making
Fury won. That,
Oh,
it was,
yeah,
it
Fury
was
did
by
win that.
decision.
Never
It was
mind.
decision. Yeah.
By decision.
Floyd Mayweather knocked him out and kept him up.
Jeez. Jeez.
Yeah, I would never step in a ring with Floyd Mayweather.
Floyd Mayweather.
He could hit you with a 3-piece before you even blink.
Yeah. I was watching some highlights the other day of Floyd and like just seeing how fast he is with the dodges and
hit.
like, oh my gosh, it's insane. You don't even see it. Like if you watch it live, you don't even see half the things that he is doing out there because it's so quick.
That's what's most impressive about like the way their head movement and the way they dodge things.
And Ryan Garcia too. He's so quick.
Ryan Garcia's hands are stupid.
Yeah.
I love the UFC. I love
I'm
it.
glad you're talking again. You haven't talked in like 3 episodes.
Well, I've also been in the heart of spring ball, and every time I've came in here, I've been
That is
borderline
true.
asleep.
Well, this time next week, brother.
I'll be a happy man again.
We'll be doing a live show in about 2 weeks and
Where are we
fully
doing
loaded,
it again?
having a few beers. Fully loaded.
You said fully loaded or where?
Or the Foundry.
What's the Foundry?
It's right by the Standard. It'd be electric. All right, brother. Trent, thanks for being on, my guy.
Of course.
Best of luck the rest of the season.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Any wealthy people need someone to manage their money. He's the guy.
I got it.
Trent Bryde, baby.
Thanks, guys.
Yes, sir. You're the man.
Appreciate you.
Thanks for being here, brother.